Please don't swell his head. Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. And then when I mark you, say you don't do that, right?
I'll do it like you do it. What is that?
That's what you do. I'm gonna take a photo. Do it again. I'm gonna take a video. Hey, Lori.
Yeah.
That's your fair get up you got on. With the New Orleans.
New Orleans. Bling, bling, bling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from the party in December.
Yeah.
Okay.
My bling, bling, son. What's up?
Hey, everybody, like and share the video. Get ready to talk about priceless parenting moments. You have some priceless moments you want to share? Go ahead and put them in the comment section. We're going to be talking about parenting and how we create memories with our children. So we're looking forward to that.
In the meantime,
He want to give y'all his dancing skills. Oh my! Hey, did you hear? I'm starting planning for my party, my 50th party, my 50th birthday party. Already start planning for it. So we're gonna see how you rip this turkey off.
What you gonna be doing?
I didn't say I was gonna be doing nothing. I'm just telling you that we're planning for it.
Oh, it's gonna be all girls and y'all gonna have strippers?
No, really? Hardly. No, it's an all-white 50th birthday party, and you hope you get an invitation.
Well, I guess since I'm not 50, I ain't coming.
That's fine.
And then what you just said is gonna be all old people?
Keep on. You won't make it, so you don't have to worry about
And
coming.
I rebuke that in the name
There you
of
go.
Jesus.
He heard you, God. He heard you.
Oh yeah,
He
because I'm
finna
gonna
get
make
right.
it. You need
He
to
finna
hear
get
that.
right.
You need to hear that, because I'm gonna make it down. Determined to.
You will. You will. You will. You will. You will.
Even when the deal trying to take me out. He could.
Nah, that was you right about that. You gonna act right.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We're gonna get started in a minute, but in the meantime, listen to this music.
He got 2 minutes. We're giving him 2 minutes to show out.
In the meantime, y'all go ahead on, get your drink together, get on the couch, get your pillows, put the chair in the bed, you know what I'm saying? And come and kick it with us. I'm still trying to get Shindra
To do what?
dance or something, but
What do dancing got to do with the show?
people want to see some entertainment.
You got it covered. You got the part covered.
No. You either gotta dance or you gotta freestyle or something.
Do what you said. Humble.
That ain't how it goes. Shit. That's terrible. They gonna come
That's
shoot
how
you
you
for that.
sound.
No, man.
Okay, freestyle. Let me get Shawty time, Shawty over here. Rashad,
Who?
my little mentor. I'm gonna get Rashad on here
Well, he need to give you some lessons.
Thursday. Let me see if he's available Thursday. Let me inbox
He need to
him.
give you some lessons.
Hey, I'm not a singer or a dancer.
Oh, so that's why.
That's why, and I admit that.
All right.
I'm an usher.
You're an usher.
Yeah, I'm an usher. Ush. Yeah.
But you wish you was the treasurer, don't you?
No, I don't. Why would I want to wish I'm the treasurer? Excuse me.
Let me clear my throat.
Let's get started, sir. Hey, everybody, those that are chiming in, go ahead and like and share the video before y'all see partnership pop. Because he's talking crazy tonight, as usual.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all, go ahead and like and share the video though real quick so we
Insulting
can get
me.
started. And we want everybody involved in this, yeah.
Priceless parenting moments. Priceless parenting moments is our subject for tonight. And we know that parenting is important. And we know that many of us have made a lot of sacrifices and are still making sacrifices to be that parent. Whether we had a parent figure in our life or not, we tend to either do two things. Either be the bad parent that our parents were to us, or we make better parenting because we know what we would desire as children. So we're interested in hearing from you guys. Looking forward to connecting tonight. Like and share. We're going to get started in 30 seconds.
30. 29.
Countdown.
28. They're waiting on you. Go ahead. Oh! Turn down for what?
He's trying to show his DJing skills.
Yeah. Don't be mad.
Sorry, you guys. I apologize for him ahead of time.
Don't be mad.
And I'm sorry I was thirsty. Like, drink the water like right in your face. So please forgive me for that. Ready, partner?
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So.
All right, y'all. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. How y'all doing? If you don't go ahead on and get started, let's talk about this. Tonight we're talking about priceless parenting moments.
Mm-hmm.
You know, different things that comes with parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first, let me go ahead and let you introduce yourself.
Which version you want?
Oh, I want the regular people version.
You know what, you guys? Thank y'all for tuning in. Happy Tuesday. I am Chandra Stringer. I know nothing else but to be me. I am the president and CEO of Grassroots Consulting. I am the managing partner of Grassroots Consulting Business and Tax Services and one of the visionaries for the Inspiration Station Creative Solutions right here on Blessed Boulevard. Thank you for tuning in, and we're excited to come to you tonight talking about what I said it was priceless parenting moments. Priceless parenting moments.
See, when you're not up, you get messed up. But that was good. That's almost normal. That's almost normal.
Wait, Stan.
No, that was close to normal.
So you're saying when I do it the other time, I'm not normal?
Hi, how you guys doing? I'm Stan.
Yeah.
Man.
So he faked.
Owner and CEO of Sunshine Income Tax and Multi Services.
Whatever.
Sunshine. Tonight we're talking about parenting. We're gonna talk about a few different things in parenting. As you all know, if you're a parent, you know parenting covers a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of different subjects, a lot of different types of headaches, a lot of different types
headaches?
of. Sometimes it is.
Yeah. Listen, when my child was 12, I was like, when she was 14, I said she ain't gonna make it till she's 16.
At least I know you women say it's headaches. You know what I'm saying?
You women, don't do that. Don't do that. You women.
Women say it's headaches. What am I supposed to say? Ain't you a woman?
Men say it's headaches.
Well, oh yeah, I'm a man. I'm saying,
like men said it's a headache.
I hardly hear that.
I almost said something because sometimes they're not around, so they don't say it. But a lot of times, some of them do say it's hard parenting as well.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard. That I can say. That I've heard men say, and that one's okay. Sometimes parenting is hard. You know, if you're a young parent, you may want to listen in to some of these things that we're about to say, because some of these things will help you along your way, along your journey, along your parenting journey. And some of these mistakes you want to avoid, and some of these things you want to implement in your parenting journey. You know, whether you have a baby or 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 15-year-old, or 20-year-old, really doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? As long as they are your child, they are your child. It is your responsibility to support your child. It is your responsibility to spend time with your kids. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of different responsibilities that come with parenting. All right. Let me ask you. And those priceless moments. Don't worry about these subtitles. it's priceless moments that you spend with your kids.
Mm-hmm.
It is just as it says, priceless, because a lot of that is irreplaceable.
Irreplaceable. I definitely would say that. And before we begin, we would be remiss and not to give homage and sending prayers out to the families that were impacted by the helicopter crash that contained, that consisted of Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and the other families. Of course, everyone knows Kobe, but don't let us not forget those other families. And one family actually lost the mom, the dad, and the daughter. So we definitely continue to send our prayers and thoughts for those families, as well as families locally here that have experienced death. So we want to, before we go any further, we definitely want to go out, give prayers out to that. Which leads me to one of the snippets I actually shared that I seen circulating on social media as to why Kobe was actually flying in a helicopter. And he said that one time he was in the middle of traffic and missed one of his children's performances at school. And that crushed him so bad that that's why he actually started taking, the helicopter, to be able to get in and out of traffic without missing anything. Then he would get back home, get in the car, and drive to pick up the kids from school. And he said that him and his wife had a discussion and said, she was like, no, honey, I'll go pick him up. He was like, no, let me go pick him up. If that's 20 minutes, I'm always on the road, I'm traveling. When I'm home, I want to go pick him up because those 20 minutes, I can't get that back. He actually said that in an interview. And to me, it was like, that speaks volumes. He understood that his career required him to travel and be away from home, but when he was able to, he wanted to savor those moments because 20 minutes was better than no minutes. So that really just hit home. So going back to priceless moments, we, in whatever capacity, that we're in, of course we would love to be able to buy a helicopter and weave out of Palm Beach traffic because this not got crazy around here. Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy.
Right. But I'm just using it as a
I understand.
But any moments that we create and we make it memorable, I think our children appreciate it. You've seen during Christmas time, they'll say children want our presents, Presence, and not Presents. Because we tend to think as parents, and I've definitely got away from that gifts and gadgets is what children want, and what they really want is time.
Right.
They really want our time.
To get back off of what you said earlier previously, I myself, especially during this time.
Yeah, the next 3 months.
The next 3 months.
Yeah.
Are crazy months, especially the month of February.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's tax season.
Yeah, 7 days straight, 14, 16-hour days.
You're working 5, 6, 7 days.
I'm working 7.
Long hours.
Yeah.
And I remember in the beginning, I used to work like 12 to 18 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Some days you still do that because I was like, what you doing? Working. I'm like,
Gotta do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's for a short period of time.
Right.
For a short period of time.
And I thank God that my kids do understand that because I speak to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, on tax season, they know it's tax season.
Yes.
But sometimes they still want me to pick them up from school or at least on Sundays say something or whatever. Come by and give them some money or something to put in the offering or whatever.
Right.
But although during season, I want to say this before I continue. Some of the things you get involved in because kids may not understand. Mm-hmm. All they know is that they don't see you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I say to you that's busy, even you athletes, if your kids are of age, speak to them. Make them understand why you're not there. So they just don't say, oh, that is never home. You
You let them know you have a conversation about.
Cover that void. You see what I'm saying? And that they also still have access to you, whether by phone or if their mom brings them by or whatever.
Right.
But at least after you're done with what you're doing, create that time. Like for me, after season, I always do something with them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And they always look forward to that.
Right.
You see, so they understand that, okay, doing season,
they know it's vacation time.
But after that, it's daddy time. I'll pick them up from their mom and we spend time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether we go do something fun or we just I keep them with me for 2 weeks or so, whatever, or
Mm-hmm.
we just go. You
Right.
see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And they really enjoy that. So I definitely understand what he's saying, and
Mm-hmm.
kudos to him, and prayers to all of you that were infected, including some of the fans.
Oh man,
And it's
yeah, yeah. It's like almost like a distant for us. It's like a distant family member,
right,
you know. But it's
right,
still, you know, some people it impacts because it's almost like you don't know how much people connect with people that they never met before.
right.
Because I've
Even
shared
the other
another
athletes,
countries. Oh gosh, yes. So I shared
the
Dwayne Wade's
coaches,
interview
and
and
all
stuff
of
like.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
even though they were on different teams, but they were still friends. They all still
Oh,
hang out every
definitely.
once in a while and
Yeah,
whatnot. You
definitely.
know, so prayers to you, all prayers to the family. As a matter
Mm-hmm.
of fact, if y'all don't mind, let's take a moment of silence. Amen.
Amen.
Right. So, yeah, back to the priceless moments.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you guys that are watching, what are some of these priceless moments that you spent with your kids? You know, or that you remember with your kids. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't even have to be a vacation. It could
Right.
have been something y'all were doing at home, or teaching them how to cook or bake or something.
Oh, you would say the sore spot
You
for
know,
me.
something like that. Or it could
Mm-hmm.
be a time where you was teaching them not to lie,
Good
or
manners, like you put on there.
anything.
Yeah. Well, I have to confess, this year I'll be 50 this year. So last year, I felt some type of way during Thanksgiving time because everybody was talking about what they're gonna do with their families and stuff like that. And I was driving home one night after we've done Thanksgiving outreach, and I was like, I feel like a really bad parent. And because I thought about it, I've been doing nonprofit work over 20 years. My daughter is 23, and we've never made Thanksgiving dinner. Because every Thanksgiving, I spent the whole week giving out turkeys, Thanksgiving baskets, delivering all this kind of stuff. So for Thanksgiving, everybody else knew how hard I worked. They would prepare Thanksgiving dinner for us. So somebody would make the macaroni and cheese and deliver it. Somebody would do the ham and deliver it. We've never cooked a Thanksgiving dinner together. And I was remorseful. I was like, golly, I've served hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people, and I've never made Thanksgiving dinner with my child. And she was like, Mommy, that's what you're worried about? I'm like, well, don't you? She's like, Mommy, it was okay. I know what you were doing. But I felt really bad.
Yeah, but at the same time, people brought stuff over,
Yeah, but
and
it's a difference.
for her, it was mostly about spending that time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? As
So,
long as you were home for Thanksgiving, she was happy.
yeah, yeah. But it did something to me. It definitely did. So when she did come home, I was like, we're going to air fry chicken wings. She was like, okay. Needless to say, that didn't happen. But today, partner, not to get off the subject, but I actually called her. So I air fried chicken wings. I'll have to bring you some. They were delicious. So on my way to Belgrade, I called her, like, Mommy, what you doing? Because she has a high demanding job. So I was like, what you doing? She was like, nothing. I'm like, oh my gosh, Mommy, you have to go buy an air fryer. So I went on for like 20 minutes about how good this air fryer was, how healthy of a food I had. I didn't have to use grease or flour or anything. Like, she's, Mom, do you plan on doing a commercial about the air fryer? I'm like, I can. So we laughed about that air fryer. So when her staff came in, she was like, "My mom is really serious about an air fryer," and so that was priceless. It was really priceless because she listened, even though she was busy. She knew it was important to me.
I want to also say this. You see how she didn't mind this, didn't mind that, or whatnot.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
not all the kids are the same.
Oh gosh, no.
I want you
Mm-hmm.
all to understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So it is important that you do spend that time, or
Yes.
at least 10, 15 minutes, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? Because some other kids will feel like you're always doing something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she told me.
And those times you
You can't
get
get
them
them back.
back.
No. But one
You
thing I
cannot
did.
get them back. Let's say she was bitter about it.
Right.
You can't get it back.
Right, yeah.
You see
And
what
we
I'm
just
saying?
recently had to talk about some things growing up, But one thing she did get from me, because I've been in business since she was. I started the nonprofit when she was when she was 6, and I started the for-profit company when she was 10. And so when she got to be, up in age, when I first got this office, I had her office in here, and she would come and help. And before I got the office, she would help me prepare the manuals at home. We would have a floor full of candy, making little giveaway bags and stuff. And so when she got 16, she says, "Mom, I just want you to know something." I was like, "Oh gosh, is this the serious conversation or what?" And so she was like, "I'm not going to have my own business. I'm just going to go get me a job. Because you and God and that faith thing." She says, "Oh, no. Oh, no. She says, I have my money coming." So she was like, you can own your own business. I am going to get me a job.
She saw the struggle, but she didn't like the struggle.
Yeah, but I said, "When were we hungry?" She was like, and when we were homeless, she didn't know because she was 8 months old. But I think eventually she'll, because she's the fireball, and I think she'll do well in her career over time. But when she gets older, I really believe she will have her own company. I think it'd be more from an advocacy point of view. But she was like, "No, sir, you and God can have that entrepreneurship stuff."
So what are some of those priceless moments that you've had with your child?
Well, when she was 16, I took her, because growing up, she wanted to be a news anchor all her life because she's very articulate. And I was praying. I was like, "Lord, I said, you do know you got to lie every day." Being a news anchor. She says, "Mom, that's so serious." And so when she was 16 and she wanted to go to CNN for her 16th birthday, and I didn't have a lot of money. My brother lived in Atlanta at the time, so I called him and said, "Hey, can we come?" So he said yes. We got in a car, rented a small little car. It was like Beverly Hillbillies. And I took her to CNN, and that was, we got other more important, priceless things, but I know that was one of them, and I can appreciate the sacrifice that that I made to make sure whatever in my power I could do at that time to make her happy, I would do that.
Right.
And I know she appreciates it this moment.
Sailor Love says, "I've been handling my business and taking care of my autism boy."
Oh wow, that's a big deal, Sailor.
Yeah, it is. Laura says, "I say migraines when I see some of the pains."
Yeah, right.
Sailor also says, "I have no support at all.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing it all alone,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been great."
Yeah. Odessa's watching. She couldn't join us tonight. Odessa, what are some of the priceless moments? I know I say we because we're family. We now have a new Marine in our family. And so she got a chance, I want to say in November, to go to see Caleb. I call him my preacher boy, my preacher man, to see him graduate from boot camp for the Marines. And now he's actually recently just got a promotion in the Marines, which is phenomenal because he hasn't even been there in 6 months. So what are some of the priceless moments that you have spent with your family, Odessa, if you're still watching?
Yeah.
And so she chimed in, what about you?
Make a comment, guys. What are some of these priceless moments that you've had with your child? For me, especially my first child, this is something that I don't like to say never, but I don't think I'll ever forget this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now,
you said this is the first one, so that's Stacy.
It's Stacy.
Okay.
When she was a baby. After she was born, even prior to her birth, me and her mother had a conversation that we would not argue in front of the baby.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And we've been keeping it up pretty good. And one day, I don't even remember, nor do I even care. We were having an argument. She started an argument. I tried to, brush it off, be quiet about it. But you know how sometimes you women get...
Here we go again.
It's just the way it is.
We're going to talk about the men in a minute.
The
Go
more quiet
ahead.
the man is, the louder y'all get. And the more y'all want to argue.
Okay, hold that thought. Y'all, I'm going to come back. I'm going to defend us ladies, but we'll let him tell his story. Go ahead.
And then it really turned into an argument with the both of us going back and forth. And I said, and my daughter was on the bed, and I said, you know what? My child is here. I told you I would not argue in front of her, so I'm done. You want to keep talking, or step outside. I'm done.
Okay.
She looked at me.
Let me screenshot that.
And walked away.
Uh-huh.
And I laid on the bed and I laid facing Stacy. You know, and she was just a baby.
Right.
I can't even remember how old she was. Maybe one, maybe a few months. I don't know. It was less than 2. And when I'm laying down like this next to her, she looks at me with her little finger in her mouth. And normally I take it out, but I just let her. And she looks at me and she put her hand on my head and just
rubbing it.
And to me, while she was doing that, it was like she was saying, "It's okay, Daddy.
Oh.
It's okay, Daddy. It's okay."
Oh.
I'll never forget that. That stuck with me ever since then. I just fell in love with that little girl.
Well, she's adorable. She's
You know,
somebody
I
to fall in love
fell
with.
in love with her, and I would do anything for her. You know what I'm
And she
saying?
loves her daddy.
She loves her daddy. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm not.
All
with
your
her.
girls are daddy's girls.
Yeah. I don't care. I'm not with her mom or whatever. That's my
Yes.
baby, man.
Yeah.
I fell in love with her at that moment. You
That's
know?
cute. That's
Looked
cute.
at me with those little puppy eyes.
And she looks just like you. Oh, she looks just like
It's
it.
okay, Daddy. I'll never forget it, man. That was a priceless moment for me.
Right.
That was a really priceless moment
Right.
for me.
And
You know.
kids, believe it or not, kids feel when there's tents in the room.
Yeah.
They feel
Yeah.
it, and a lot of times, and that's why, you know, if you're married or living together, whatever, you have children involved. Like you're saying, try not to argue around them because a couple of things end up happening. They grow up and thinking that's normal.
Yeah. I've heard people say that.
Yeah, and I can say,
I actually heard a girl say, if her husband doesn't beat her,
wow,
he doesn't love her.
because that's probably what she grew up hearing.
That's how
And
she
I can
grew
be
up.
honest. I'm going to be
That's
transparent. It's no indictment on anybody. I can tell that my marriage impacted my daughter.
Wow.
And how I know that is because every time she did a project in high school, guess what she did it on? Domestic violence.
Wow.
And kids will let you know what they're internalizing. Some kids, most kids, if you're paying attention. And that shook me to my very core because I seen a pattern. And while she never witnessed my ex-husband and I physically getting into it, she knew of the arguments. She could hear me scream. She knew there was a lot of door slamming. She knew that there was a lot of calling my sister-in-law, say, "Hey, I need to bring my stuff over," all those kinds of things. And it's no indictment
That's
on
not
him or
healthy
me.
for neither
It's
party.
definitely not.
Definitely not
It's
their
definitely not. And for me, and I can say this, and sometimes I get teary-eyed thinking about it, when I didn't have enough strength to break off the marriage from myself, I needed to do it for her. Because I wanted her to know this is not life. This is not normal that you get up and argue with people every day, that you live your worst life trying to be. No. And so I didn't have enough strength for myself because I was in love and I didn't want to see, I was in the church and I didn't want to see another failed marriage. I didn't want people talking about me, all of those things. So when I didn't have enough strength, and I literally prayed to God and I was like, "God, I don't have enough strength for myself to walk away. But I need to do it for her." Because I didn't want her growing up thinking that's how life is supposed to be. Yeah.
For me, it was different.
Mm-hmm.
For me, and let me ask you guys this.
Mm-hmm.
Or let me ask you as well. Have you ever stayed in a relationship longer than you should have because of the child?